Deborah and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
Deborah and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
Deborah and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
This is Lamentations chapter 2, starting at verse 15. All that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for, and we have found, and we have seen it. I want to start out by giving our glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessings to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. On the brother Karab. Man, just coming at you, man, with a real, just quick lesson, man. Quick touch up on this Michael B. Jordan situation. All right, with, him and the guy, I think his name is Leroy, all right, on stage, okay? And we all know both of them from Sinners movie, which is a good movie, by the way. Recommend, brothers and sisters to, actually watch that movie, man, and get the spiritual hit of the movie, See what you learn from it, because it's really a heavy spiritual movie, all right? Man, as you can see, man, I want to aim this lesson just really towards how everybody just look at the Negro, Latino, Native American, and Indian, all right? As you can see, they was on stage talking, and the first thing that came out the guy's mouth, the Edomite mouth, the self-proclaimed white man, all right, was, he called them a nigger bitch, a nigger, all right? And that's how these other nations see us, from Elam to Moab to Esau. That's what they see us as, man, all right? And it's ultimately due to the curses, but sooner or later, we will be back on top, all right? But they happy at our downfall right now, all right? To them, man, we at our lowest point. We would never make it to the top ever again. That's the mindset of Esau, Edom, all right? That's why I say rejoice, O Edom, rejoice. It's supposed to be the time that they rejoicing, because sooner or later, when we get put back on top, all right, these curses and the proverbs and bywords is going to fall upon our enemies, man. And that's what this lesson is aiming to, man. You other nations, hey, man, y'all going to see our glory, man. We will no more be niggas to you, all right? And, yeah, you got them two wicked niggas up there, But ultimately, everybody is going to be in their right mind in the kingdom. All the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, Native American, and Indians will be in their right mind in the kingdom, man. Because like Paul said, in the end, all Israel shall be saved. And that's true. All right? All Israel is going to be saved, all right, when we all in the kingdom. But before that, Jacob's trouble got to happen. And a lot of our people got to taste the Lord's judgment, all right? Pretty much because they are in tune and love and trying to be appreciated by a world that don't appreciate them, all right? By nations that don't respect them, okay? And you can just see the look on their face, Jake think when he get money, he escape the curses. No, man. Curses on us like Debo, man. Choking our ass out, man. And the Lord is doing that. But ultimately, guess what? Just like they seeing these curses, they're going to see our upbringing, man. They're going to see us when we on top, right? Lamentations 2:16 again. All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for, and we have found, and we have seen it. The Lord have done that which he had devised, right? Because our enemies didn't have the power to do it. It was given unto them by the Lord. He had fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old, right? According to Deuteronomy, he have thrown down and have not pitied. He have caused thy enemy to rejoice over thee, and he have set up the horn of thy adversaries. Horn represents strength. The heart cried unto the Lord, O wall of the daughter of Zion. Let the tears run down like a river day and night. Give thyself no rest. Let not the apple of thy eye cease. All right? And you start to see that, man. Okay? We like entertainment unto them, man. So, man, right, we're crying out because we want the Lord to plead our cause, man. All right? And the Lord's going to deliver our people, man. We ain't going to be no longer in that position no more, man, being laughed at, being mocked, you know? Because prophecy got to be fulfilled, man. We got to get those new bodies, man. We got a kingdom on the way, man. Hey, man, you know? We got beauty on the way, man. All right? Black culture is not the end for our people, man. Black culture, Latino culture, all that is not the end for our people, man. We have more in store. All right. This is Lamentations chapter 3. And we're going to start at 52. My enemies chase me sore like a bird without cause. They have cut off my life in the dungeon and cast a stone upon me. Waters flown over my head. Then I said, I am cut off. I called upon thy name, O Lord, out of the low dungeon. Thou hast heard my voice, hid not thy ear at my breathing, at my cry. Thou drewest near in the day that I called upon thee, and thou saidest, fear not. O Lord, thou hast pleaded the cause of my soul. Thou hast redeemed my life. O Lord, thou hast seen my wrong, and judged thou my cause. Thou hast seen all their vengeance, right, and all their imaginations against me. And these nations, man, they hate us because they know who we are, but we don't know who we are. And we aren't talking about the 2/3, because the elect is going to know who they are. All right. But 2/3 of our people, they refuse to know who they are. All right. Because they want to fit in with these other nations, not knowing that these other nations are our enemies. You notice a pattern I keep bringing out of these scriptures where these other nations are being called enemies. Because anybody outside of the Negro, Latino, Native American, and Indian, all right, outside of the Lord's chosen people, 12 tribes, man, they are considered our enemies, man. Because the law, statutes, and commandments, the word was given unto Israel. The word wasn't given unto these other nations. And these other nations feel that in their spirit, man. They know they ain't shit. So that's why they make slurs like that and say things like that. Call us niggers, spitbacks, wetbacks, coons, savages, all right? Call us, name callers, all right? Because they scared. They know once we get in power, everything gonna shut down, man. Starting with our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, this is Lamentations chapter 3. And start at verse 59. O Lord, thou hast seen my wrong, judge thou my cause. Thou hast seen all their vengeance and all their imaginations against me. It says, thou hast heard their reproach, O Lord, and all their imaginations against me. It say, the lips of those that rose up against me and their devices against me all the day. Device goes into plan. They always have a plan on trying to bring us down. All right. It said, behold, they're sitting down and they're rising up, and I am their music. All right. And when you go into the term music, it's really going into entertainment. All right. Entertainment at its finest. We're entertainment unto them. You know? We ain't nothing but entertainment, man. We a joke. But sooner or later, Salaki. But sooner or later, all right, we're not going to be a joke. Lamentations 3:64. Render unto them a recompense, O Lord, according to the work of their hands. Here we go. Give them sorrow of heart, thou cursed unto them. Persecute and destroy them in anger from under the heavens of the Lord. You know? And I love this precept right here. Because the Lord's going to put these, all right, going to bring a heavy judgment upon these nations, man. All right? Because Jacob's trouble, it's Jacob's trouble, all right? It's a trouble for our people, Israel. We're going to get judged first. But it's a trouble for everybody, all nations, man. Everybody's finna get involved in this, okay? Nobody is left out. This is Psalms 9. We're going to start at verse 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Yahweh Shai. And you can tell they forgot about the Lord, these other nations, because of what they do to the Lord's people. All right. Let me get my precept, man. Let me get that precept where it says, I was a little displeased. Help forward the affliction. I think it's in Zephaniah, right? Zechariah. Here we go. This is Zechariah chapter 1 and 15. It said, I am very sore displeased with the heathen. All right, these other nations. All right, and our chief enemy, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. All right, which it was an Edomite who said that slur out loud. Just let you know, man, anywhere, anytime, it don't matter where you at, whether you in a public place or it don't matter, man. Esau don't waste no time showing that he hate you Jakes, man. All right, you got to wake up, man. You have enemies, okay? Zechariah 1 and 15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction, man. All right? And one thing about it, man, these other nations, man, they are enemies, man. All right? Prayer of Azariah, chapter 1, verse 9. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of the lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High. And you can tell, because these other nations just dealing with their gods. They worship different gods, man. Buddha, you know, Santa Maria, you know, and now, and you know, all these other Indian gods, all right, these red dot head Indians. And then Esau Edom with Sejure Boys here, all right, with Jesus Christ, white string here, devil. All right, man, these people, man, like I say, what has that to do with my statutes and commandments, man? With these words, man. Just don't, hey, this word, hey, it's not, ain't no law, ain't no order in these nations, man. That's why the Lord always told us to stay far away from these nations. That's why he always separated us from these nations as well, too. Because they're most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and to an unjust king and the most wicked in all the world, being Esau Edom. All right? But the Lord is going to change all that around, man. All right? Let's get Deuteronomy. What is it, 30 and 7? This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. This in the law. It said, the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. You see? All right? Because, man, hey, all our enemies, these other nations, Psalms the 83rd chapter, all right, they hate us so bad, man. But they don't know that the Lord is going to put curses on them as well, too. He's going to rain havoc on them. Because guess what? The Lord's, his name is in his people, man. He loves Israel. Israel is his elect. Israel is the apple of the Lord's eye. We just read that in Lamentations. All right? This is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. All right? And that's what these other nations don't understand, man. All that mockery, making fun of us, and you know what I'm saying? That's cool right now. But the roles is going to reverse. You nations going to be under us. All right? You nations are going to be under us. All right, let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 6, and we're going to start at verse 54. All right? This is a humbling precept right here for you other nations. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou hast made Lord of all thy creatures. All right? Of him come we all. And a person to say that, man, didn't we all come from Adam? True. But they'll never listen to this next verse, though. And the people also whom thou hast chosen, which is the nation of Israel. All right, the Lord called Israel his elect. Let's get that in Isaiah 44 and 1. Right? It's Isaiah 44 and 1. Yet Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus said the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. All right. So the Lord chose Israel, man. And he chose Israel. And the Lord, man, hey, dropped the biggest proverb and byword on you nations, man. You know, when he said this in 2 Esdras 6 and 56. All right. He compared you to spittle, called you shit. All right. 2 Esdras 6 and 56. As for the other people which also come of Adam, this is plain. Thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Why? Well, let's go back to the prayer of Azariah, right? And thou didst deliver us into the hands of the lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and to an unjust king and the most wicked in all the world. All right? It want nothing to do with anything that we have got going on, man. A lot of these nations, they want to be us. They really envy us, man. Because the Lord set us on high. He chosen us, and they know that. All right? They know that. They even know how we get down, right? Let me open this up. This is Judith, right, in the Apocrypha. All right? This is Judith in the Apocrypha, chapter 5. And I'm going to start at verse I'm going to start at start at verse 10, because we are familiar with the story of Canaan, man. All right, with the first Exodus, man, with the Egyptian king, the Hamite king. All right. Now, you know that we're not Africans, man, because us Negroes, that 10 Native Americans and Indians, was in the hand of the the Hamite kings. All right, which are Africans. This is Judith chapter 5, verse 10. But when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt and sojourned there, while they were nourished and became there a great multitude, so that one could not number their nations. Because you remember, the king, the Hamite king was like, man, hey, let's put them in slavery before they, least I fear they come up against us, because we were just growing, but we was peaceful people, though. There was never in our intention to be ill will or try to overcome somebody, man. We were just plain and simple people. But these are the nations, right? Our enemies, they hate us so much that, man, they didn't give a damn if we was peaceful. They just wanted to put us under subjection. All right, this is Judah 5 and 11. Therefore, the king of Egypt rose up against them, see, and dealt subtlety with them, and brought them low with laboring in bricks, and made them slaves. See? So that's why the Lord, man, to this day they do that. And that's why the Lord's going to bring heavy judgment on these other nations, because guess what, man? They have licked the wounds, man. They them dogs, man. That the scripture speaks of. They the dogs, man. When we was cast down, hey, they helped Esau. They got involved too. Even though the self-proclaimed white man put us in that Atlantic slave trade, and came and got us and put us on ships and sold us off and did that. Every nation had a hand in that, man. All right. It say, then they cried unto their power when he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues, so the Egyptians cast them out of their sight. And the Lord's going to punish this Egypt, this spiritual Egypt, as before. Like it says in 2 Esdras 16, the Lord's going to send plagues upon his place, man, on the behalf of Jerusalem. And the Most High dried the Red Sea before them, brought them to Mount Sinai, Kadesh barn, and cast forth all that dwell in the wilderness. So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites. They destroyed by the strength of all them of Eshbon. Passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country, and the Amorites being the Japanese. All right. And they cast forth before them the Chenite, the Perizite, the Jubizites, the Schemites, the Girgashites. All right. Ham. And they dwelt in that country many days. And while as they said not before their power, they prospered because The Most High that hateth iniquity was with them. And that's what separates us from you other nations, because y'all do iniquity every day. It's not in y'all to do to perform righteousness. That's why y'all are called lawless enemies. Enemies without order, without morals, without principles. That was only given unto the nation of Israel. All right? And that's how we prosper. All right? But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, right? Because they departed from the way which he appointed them. Pay attention to these words, because the Lord gave us a moral code of conduct and he uphold us to righteousness, man. And to this very day, we supposed to be showing forth uprightness in conduct, man, as a people. Okay? But, 2/3 can't fulfill that end of the bargain. But eventually, we all is going to be in the kingdom as upright people, man. All right? We will be no more a joke, right? And it said, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. These are the nations. But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now, therefore, my Lord Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. See, they understood the pattern. All right, anytime, and just show you how bloodthirsty they was for Jerusalem just to fall. And they like that to this day, man. That's how they look at us, man. That's why that's why they are our enemies. It said, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, if they be upright, on point, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shai, showing forth the fear of the Lord, let my Lord now pass by, at least their Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. But that's already about to happen, man, with that war that's going to happen in the Middle East. That's already going to happen, man, with you other nations, man. All right? The Lord already calling checkmate. Let's go ahead and get it, man. Let's get Joel, the 3rd chapter. It said, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days, right? In that time, it's talking about that evil day, man. All right? And ultimately, man, when that World War III is pretty much happening, man. All right? It say, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. They have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and so a girl for a wine that they might drink. All right? Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre, as I done, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? Or if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and gold, and have carried it into your temples, my goodly, pleasant things. You see? And it's jumping down to verse 7. It said, behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And so you other nations, all right? You Ishmaelites, man, you Moabites, man, all right, you Amorites, you Girgashites, all right, even Esau, Edom, man, the Lord's going to take us away from this place, man. He's going to gather us, man. We're going to be united. It's going to be a reunion, man. We're going to be back on top, starting with our Lord Yahweh Shai once again, man. Okay? And the Lord's going to destroy you other nations on the behalf of Jerusalem. Because, man, guess what, man? You done did a lot to us, man. All right? The Lord said I was a little displeased with the heathen, but then they helped forward the affliction. So, man, hey, the Lord's going to recompense that double unto you people, man. All right, you other nations. You spittles. Okay? Let's get Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, man. All right, I'm gonna get it up in here. Zephaniah 3rd chapter. But then I'm gonna also get some in Baruch, man. All right, gotta go to my favorite scripture in Baruch. This is Baruch 4:17. But what can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. All right. Drop it down to Baruch 4 in verse, we're going to hit 23. For I have sent you out with mourning and weeping, right? Because we was in the hands of our enemies because we disobeyed Yahweh Shema Shai. So the Lord sent us out of our land, sent us from our inheritance, mourning and weeping. But the Most High will give you to me again, right? With joy and gladness forever. Like as now the neighbors of Zion, you other nations, have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory, brightness of the everlasting. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from Yahweh Shema Shai, for thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck. All right, and we're going to see that, man. We're going to see the downfall of our enemies, man. All right, hey, and when the other nations, they're going to be in a good case, but Esau, Edom, man, hey, his nation is going to be annihilated because he number one enemy, man. He won't stop. And as you can see, that slur that was said to Michael B. Jordan and Leroy, all right, up there on that stage, all right, it lets you know, man, he just won't stop, man. He won't stop. He just can't get right, man. When he see Jacob, it's on sight. When he see the Israelite, it's on sight. He not gonna stop. Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man is not gonna stop, man. The Lord gotta put him down. That's a bad dog, you know. But you other nations, man, y'all gonna get in line, man. All right. No more will y'all see us in this no more will y'all have a playful mindset towards us, man. All that playing gonna stop, man. Can't wait till we get in the kingdom, man. Y'all gonna be under us. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and starting at verse 18. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflicted thee. And these nations afflict us, man. And I will save her that halted and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And how have we been put to shame? By slavery. Hey, by the Native Americans getting, getting slaved in their land, man, by the thousands, man, by camps, by, killing the chiefs and ripping the babies out of the stomach, hanging us, and Emmett Till, and you see what I'm saying? It's like we can keep going on and on, man. Butt raped, all this weird stuff, man, that Esau done did unto our people. He done traumatized our nation, man, for a lot of years. All right? We have been traumatized as a nation. And no more would they, and it's shameful, It's shameful acts that done happened unto the nation of Israel, man. Here it is. The Indians was here first. All right, Northern Kingdom was here first, but now Trump building a wall using ICE to push them out, Now he claiming that this his land, It ain't just him. I'm just saying, just Esau in general. These Edomites, they think they own everything, man. The only way how this land was gathered was through rape, rob, and murder, and that's what you did to obtain this land, man. You the biggest thug in the goddamn world right now. And then you made a holiday talking about Thanksgiving, pretty much celebrating the death of how you killed the Native Americans, man. And made a holiday out of it. That's gangster. And that's why the Lord's gonna come. He's gonna be the ultimate gangster. The Lord's gonna make sure that you other nations, man, feel that burn that you gave Jerusalem. Y'all gonna wear that shame, man. We will no more be those people that was in shackles, man. We will be known as the nation of Israel, the people who fell from the ordinance, all right, in the fear of the Lord, and we followed y'all customs, and, man, the Lord punished us for a little time, and then we back on our feet once again, man, all right, back where we left off. resuming back to regular scheduled programming, man. All right. Zephaniah 3:19. Behold, at that time will I undo all that afflict thee. I will save her that halted and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And at that time I will bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth. And when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, said the Lord, man. So the Lord, man, he's going to bring us, he's going to save us, man. He's going to deliver us, okay? And we look forward to it, man. We need deliverance, man. You know? No more will we be looked at as black culture anymore, man. As low levels. All right? No more will we be entertainment unto you people. All right? We're going to be in our right mind, man. Make sure I ain't got any more precepts. Yep, I think that's it. Shalom.